Sunday and Monday. That's where we're going to be looking for the potential of maybe some stronger weather coming on through. So if you have any outdoor plans for the weekend, I would have an indoor plan B ready to go just in case, because for right now, again, it doesn't look like too much, but it does look like we really need to be paying attention to the possibility for more in the way of stronger weather coming on through the area, and that again by Sunday. We'll take a look at what that means coming up here in just a little bit. If you are just joining us, it is Tuesday, May 20th. I'm just checking a couple of things here to make certain that we're on properly, just to make certain that everything is beaming in the way it should for right now. So if you are just joining us, we are just getting going. And again, it looks like okay. All right, we're good to go. So as of right now, welcome to the show. I'm Austen, Onek, the Chief Meteorologist for News 12. This is our online video weather blog, Weather Overtime. If you've never been here before, welcome to the show. Glad to have you along. Again, we do not have anything major taking place at this time. We do see that possibility of some stronger storms possible this weekend. We'll talk about that in just a little while. Stay tuned for more on that in just a little bit. If you got questions, we're on the News 12 YouTube site, and we're on my Meteorologist Twitch site if you're tuning in there. Thanks to everybody for all the new follows. Nice to have everybody along. Don't have to tune in straight away watching live. If you'd like to watch the repeat of any of our shows, website is at the bottom of your screen, wdef.com/weather. We'll continue again to see the possibility of some very warm conditions into the next several days. Let me get my camera set just 1 second there, and we should be good to go. All right, so for tonight, again, hardly anything going on. It's a very peaceful evening out there. Looking across the area for temperatures, looks like we've had a loss of data, so we may have to get that fixed. Apologies for that. That usually doesn't happen, but something at this time of the day causing some problems there. Looking toward downtown on the Bailey's Heating and Air camera, looking at the game site, AT&T Field, waiting to see who wound up with the win tonight, and hopefully the Lookouts get a much-needed boost from this game tonight, because they are sitting near the bottom of the minor league West. Looks like the game, what happened there? The game is over with, if I'm reading this correctly. Yes, and it looks like Mississippi has done it again. So we have missed our next win chance. 5-3, Mississippi Braves taking it out over the hometown Chattanooga Lookouts, which are now 12-28 for the year. Not turning out to be the best year, it looks like. Also seeing, again, some temperatures very much on the mild side, back in the lower 80s, a nice southerly wind out there for this evening. So very pleasant for tonight. We've had, again, some very calm conditions out there through the entire day. Beautiful sunset as well. Temperatures ranging from the 60s in western North Carolina all the way over to near 80 degrees, 81 at the airport in Chattanooga, reported at the last hour or so. And we've still got a lot of warm air coming our direction from well off to the west. A lot of this warm air is going to be heading our way, and that's going to keep our temperatures up into the next couple of days or so. We're not seeing anything in the way of major problems with weather tonight. We've got high pressure in control of much of the eastern United States, and things again are very much on the quiet side for now. Give me 2 seconds here to check out what that was. I believe I just got an email, whether or not that's pertinent to the... Okay, got some weather pictures coming in here. Very good. We'll transfer those to our website here in just a little bit. But thank you very much for everybody for sending in some great pictures there. You're noticing way back here, the red that you see on the screen, those are tornado watches that are being issued for portions of Arkansas and Missouri. That in just the last few minutes. That, again, we've got plenty of tornado watches out across much of the Mississippi Valley and back across portions of the upper Midwest, where they've got a very good outbreak going on of severe weather tonight. We've had some reports of damage into and around Iowa. Looks like we've got some new tornado watches taking place. None of this is going to be affecting us here in the News 12 viewing area. And for those of you who are just tuning in, if you've never watched before, this is our viewing area that we are talking about. Again, southeastern areas of Tennessee, northeastern 2 counties of Alabama, DeKalb and Jackson, northwest a portion of north central areas of Georgia, and extreme western North Carolina. So that is the News 12 viewing area counties right there. And back to the west, that's where the worst weather is taking place. 9 tornado watches in effect as we watch this going on. So from Arkansas and Oklahoma, green country, northwest corner of the natural state, and now some tornado possibilities in north central Arkansas. This is heading our way, but it's heading into very stable air. Remember that high pressure I was talking about? That is where we're going to see the potential for some quieter weather for now, and then, again, the potential for some storms later on. Let's go ahead and take a look at the big picture and show you what we've got. Winds are generally out of the south. These small arrows you see here, southeast, southwest, giving us some nice tropical conditions, but we're not seeing anything in the way of major storm systems approaching. And again, you can blame that on the high pressure area. A few clouds off to our west, but that's about it. High pressure sitting across the eastern seaboard, and that is doing a very good job of keeping things very calm and quiet. High pressure doing just what its name implies, pushing down to the surface and keeping the surface very calm, because if nothing's able to rise and expand and become unstable, pushing down to the surface, very stable conditions from Canada down to Key West and into the Caribbean. So not much of anything going on here. That's why we've got such calm and decently stagnant weather. We're seeing some more pollutants stack up. Smoke from fires, a little more hazy out there for tonight. The other thing this is doing, air around high pressure rotates clockwise in the northern hemisphere. So as long as this is here, the winds over here out of the south, that's both feeding the moisture for this storm, but it's also pushing this storm back to the north. So this could be coming our direction if this area of high pressure wasn't around. So as long as this is here, this is going to go basically due east. We might see a passing shower west of us as this cold front gets closer to us. But for right now, we really don't have a lot going on. So that's the way it should stay, it looks like, across the area. Next 72 hours, let's take you out a little farther. Tomorrow morning, few more clouds, temperatures quite mild back in the mid-60s. Maybe a passing shower as that storm system gets a little closer to us. By Thursday, the main energy of that next storm system goes heading up that front all the way toward the Great Lakes, and we could see some more showers and thunderstorms by Thursday morning into and around Thursday afternoon. Then we catch a bit of a break going into Friday morning as that next warm front approaches with that next storm system. That's where we see, again, the potential for some more areas of showers, maybe a thunderstorm taking place, and some of that could stick around through about Friday at noon. Dismissal time for the kids could be a bit of a problem there as well. Now, getting into the next portion of the forecast, the actual holiday weekend itself, that's where we see the next storm system start to arrive Friday into Saturday, and we see more chances of showers and thunderstorms here. High pressure driving this next system forward, but we're going to see more chances of showers and thunderstorms coming through. Remember, as that high pressure area we talked about off the East Coast, as that relents and moves away, more storm systems will be coming our direction, and that is what we're going to be seeing in the potential of rain and thunderstorms right into the holiday weekend. Perfect timing if you had plans to get on the lake, do some fishing, do some hiking, camping, whatever. I think you can keep those schedules, but I would be very cautious and be very weather aware to see what's coming your way. Keep up to date on the weather. The forecast now on Tuesday is not going to be the same as you go toward Friday evening, so time to make certain you stay ahead of the game and pay attention to what may be going on. That is going to be one of the key things into the next several days. Now, we say this because looking into the weekend, it's not much right now. If you go today, tonight, tomorrow, and the next day, days 1, 2, and 3, so Tuesday, today, Wednesday, tomorrow, and Thursday. On Thursday, that's the 3 days that the Storm Prediction Center issues their outlooks ahead of schedule. Days 4 through 8, that does a very good job of giving us an idea. the possibility out there may exist, higher than what we see where there's not going to be any potential of severe weather. For Sunday, we're looking at the potential of maybe some late thunderstorms coming on through as we look back well to the west of us. I think it looks like everything is going to be starting over this direction into the Missouri River Valley first, crossing the Mississippi, the Ohio, and then heading our way. So this looks to me like it's going to be a Sunday afternoon and evening type of situation heading our direction. Now, we're on the far side of this, so this looks to be a late scenario if it happens, but it also does look like, again, a higher potential of severe weather, even though we can't classify it or say exactly what we're looking for right now when it comes to risk categories, hail, damaging winds, tornadoes, stuff like that. But when the Storm Prediction Center starts seeing threats this far in advance, there's a potential. That's what you get here. It's a minimal potential, but it is sort of a heads up to be able to say this is what we need to be paying attention to. And that's the important thing. So even if you're not in the northwestern part of the viewing area, northeast Alabama, southeastern parts of Tennessee, northwest of Chattanooga, anything in this polygon might be looking at the potential of severe weather as we get into Sunday. So that is what we really need to be paying attention to, and we'll help you do that right here on News 12, so stay tuned for more there. Very calm and quiet. We got rid of most of the clouds, some high thin clouds drifting on through portions of the area for tonight. For the rest of the forecast, this is, hang on, there we go. Okay, so for Memorial Day and the weekend itself, there will be increasing chances of showers and thunderstorms, very much on the warm side. Temperatures back into the mid to upper 80s, and that is, again, very much on the not cool side of things. I don't think we're looking at a heat wave specifically, but it is going to be rather warm out there for the next several days. So please keep that in mind if you have any outdoor plans to get that extra water. Don't want to get dehydrated. And again, right around Sunday, that's where we see that potential of severe weather. It's still just a risk, a just non-possibility. It's a possibility of severe weather. It's kind of difficult to classify this. It's a heads up. Again, it's not a categorized threat of severe weather, but it is in our wheelhouse. It is in our viewing area, so we want to pay attention to that. Now, will that continue into Monday? So far, the Storm Prediction Center doesn't have anything in our area for Monday, but that could very well spill over. So as this gets closer, we'll be watching it with a lot of interest to see, again, what goes on. So please pay attention to the forecast. It will change over the next few days. Tomorrow looks okay, no problem for outdoor activities. Field day at school, taking a round of golf, getting out for some hiking, canoeing, anything like that, that's not a problem. But the further you go through Thursday into the weekend and just beyond, that's where we see the best potential of rainfall coming on through. Now, wouldn't you know it, timing things out perfectly, Tuesday, that appears to be the best potential of getting out of the chances of rain and thunderstorms. So, unfortunately, that goes right past the holiday. It'd be nice to get some dry weather in here for the holiday itself, but doesn't look like that's going to be happening anytime soon. So, all the way through next Tuesday at best, and that'll be our next best chance of getting anything in here in the way of clearing skies out there. We could use a little help where that's concerned because we've got some smoke heading our direction from the southwest. Whether or not it makes it all the way up here, that's a possibility from around the area of southern parts of the viewing area. But the VIIRS system, the Visible Infrared Imaging Radiometer suite, is showing every single one of these red dots is a new fire detected from space. And the gray colors indicate smoke. It's starting to stack up over the area, and that's mainly just from wildfires around the southeastern United States. We did have a fairly diminished air quality, and we've got, again, lesser air quality right now across much of the area, so we do see that potential to continue as long as the atmosphere is held steady by that area of high pressure. As long as that is keeping things calm, dry, quiet, and stagnant, we're going to continue to see some problems with air quality, possibly getting worse depending on what goes on out there. All right, want to get into this. It is that time of the year. We are now 10 days and a couple of hours away from the start of hurricane season for the Atlantic. And again, if you haven't heard, this is expected to be a very active season, something we may not have seen before, to where we get through all the letters of the alphabet and then some, kind of akin to 2005 when we had Katrina, Rita, Wilma, and we went right into the Greek alphabet because we ran out of regular alphabet names. So this area, the hurricane season is not starting until June the 1st. The Eastern Pacific hurricane season started 6 days ago. So hurricane season already in progress here, and that again is something we're watching very carefully. These systems here used to be under suspicion for the development of the possible development of becoming a disturbance. That has not happened just yet. So far so good. But keep in mind, again, with all that very warm water hugging the west coast of Mexico, it only took Otis last year 9 hours to go from a tropical storm to a Category 5 hurricane, and that hit Acapulco head on. We could see that easily happen again with La Nina coming up in the Pacific. That could affect the potential of weather in the Atlantic very easily, as La Nina tends to do that. La Nina or El Nino, depending on which phase we're in, that can have an effect over in this area to where it can either rise or fall the amount of what can happen in the number of storms and how powerful they are. The other problem we've got, the area, right down south of Cuba, Jamaica, the Dominican Republic, Haiti, Puerto Rico, Hispaniola, in that area. This area down to the equator is the most likely area, the greatest threat of tropical systems developing. And in this area right now, from the Caribbean out into the Atlantic, the temperatures of the waters, the first 10 to 20 feet of the Atlantic, are as hot as they should be in mid-August. That is dangerous and very worrisome at this point, because the ocean is trying to absorb all the extra heat from the atmosphere to balance our planet out. The more heat we deliver into it, thanks to fossil-fueled climate change, the worse it's going to get and the more unpredictable the seasons are going to get. So this is the area that is very ripe for development. And even though we've got 10 days left or so until the official start of hurricane season, we had one disturbance about 2 to 3 weeks ago in mid-Atlantic. That's bad enough as it is. We have not seen anything start here just yet, but any time between now and the start of hurricane season, June 1st, and then all the way from June 1st to December 1st, this could be a very ugly, exceptionally active season. We're going to have a lot to talk about where the tropics are concerned. If you have any vacation plans anywhere around the Gulf, the Caribbean, the Atlantic, anything like that, a cruise, a vacation to the beach, business trips, whatever, this, again, cannot be put out there enough. This cannot be overheard enough. Make certain that you are paying attention to the forecast, because if you are heading into an area that something else is heading into, a storm of some such, you're going to have to get out of that area if the authorities say it's time to go. You really need to do that for your own safety and to make certain that everybody else can stay safer with less people around. When there's an evacuation order, it's not a suggestion, especially when there's a dangerous storm on approach. And as those storms we saw last year, Acapulco with Otis, and across much of the storms here in the Atlantic, especially over that Gulf Loop current, those storms can blossom and explode from a tropical storm to a major Category 3 plus hurricane. And that is something to really pay attention to with the forecast. Again, please be weather aware all the way throughout hurricane season. You're going to need to make certain you pay attention to everything involving what's going on with the forecast. Nothing happening right now. Again, that's very good news. But with the temperatures of the waters and the possibility of a very long season in front of us, we're really going to have to pay attention to what is going to be heading our way in the course of the next several days, weeks, and months for that matter. So, all right, from the World Meteorological Organization, our friendinroofing.com weather poll question of the day. You can find it at our website, asking between 1994 and 2013, floods affected nearly how many people worldwide? 100 million, 1 billion, or 2.5 billion? 84% of you chose 2.5 billion, and the correct answer was, in fact, 1 billion. So we'll have a new poll going up at midnight, so if you'd like to stop by and see what the poll is, we have polls for news, weather, and sports. We'd love to hear your opinion and see what you're thinking, so please stop by and give us an idea as to what you think. Cast your ballot, and then make certain you come back for more. But that is our friendinroofing.com weather poll of the day, and again, you can find out more at wdef.com/weather. Thanks to Jeanette Burkhart-Esch, I hope I'm saying that correctly, for a double rainbow over Lake Chickamauga. Thank you very much for a very beautiful picture. If you'd like to see these pictures, all you have to do is, it's very simple. All you have to do is go to our website for one. I'll talk about that in a minute. You can go to our social media pages, drop your pictures off with a description and or a location. You can go email us at pictures@wdef.com, or you can go to wdef.com/photos if you'd like to send your picture in and see what everybody else is picking up out there. All right, for tomorrow, I don't think we have much of anything to worry about. Looking at warm in the afternoon, temperatures with plenty of sunshine, gorgeous, another beautiful day. But by Thursday and Friday, that's where we see the potential of maybe some more showers and thunderstorms. It could be a problem for the kids heading home, so that could be a bit of an issue there. Fairly quiet for tonight. We've only been on the air for about 20 minutes here, keeping an eye on what's going on. We have little, if anything, really major league going to be changing into tonight. The ball game has just finished, so let's take a look and see what's going on into tomorrow. The Lookouts are at home again, taking on the Braves. So if you'd like to catch some baseball in downtown tomorrow, excellent weather for baseball. Pretty toasty to start things off, but temperatures should be a little bit more temperate as we head into the seventh inning stretch. It's golf night tomorrow night. That's a special promo going on at the ballpark. Winds will be out of the southwest, so it's a good possibility that any pop-up flies might get driven over toward the right field line. So if you're out there to catch a foul ball, that might be the area to choose for a seat tomorrow. And for rainfall chances, any chance of a rain delay at this point, pretty much goose egg, so a beautiful night for baseball downtown. AT&T Field, Chattanooga Lookouts taking on the Mississippi Braves. First pitch at 7:15, so please drop on down and enjoy some baseball in downtown Chattanooga coming up just about 24 hours from now, so great opportunity to sit at the ballpark, enjoy the weather, and get some good baseball going on. Still haven't had a chance to get down there myself. One of these days I will, but just haven't had a chance to get there at least just yet. Think that should do it for tonight. Questions, concerns, ideas, complaints, if you absolutely must. Again, email at the bottom of the screen, aonek@wdef.com. Website, wdef.com/weather for more. And, of course, you can catch all of our weather overtimes on our website at our weather section, wdef.com/weather, if you'd like to see what's going on. And I'm on all these social media sites except Facebook, which kicked me off because somebody tried to hack my account, and I still can't get in almost 2 months later. Thank you very much, Facebook, for not accepting any of my IDs. But you can find me on all these other social media pages. As I understand it, Post is going away in the next month or so, so I'm going to try to get set up on Discord. Still not used to Discord, but hopefully I'll get used to it at some point before Post disappears, and hopefully that'll be some better news for everybody out there. But hopefully I'll get one more lesson in that and have to get off of Post for a little while, as it seems like they're going away for now. That should do it for tonight. I'm Chief Meteorologist Austen Onek from downtown Chattanooga, Tennessee. Stay tuned for more on News 12 at 11 with myself, Andrew Harrison, and Rick Nyman. We've got Georgia election results. It was election day in Georgia. If you live there, hopefully you got out and voted today in Catoosa County as well as other places. And, of course, Chip Chapman has his forecast for you bright and early tomorrow morning starting at 5 a.m. Thanks for joining us for Tuesday, the 21st. We are just about 1 month away from summertime. We'll keep you updated on the forecast as we go from one season to another. So stay tuned for more with News 12 on air and online. And again, thanks for joining us for Weather Overtime on Tuesday evening.